Welcome one and all to our special coverage of the 2019 Bio Cup. I'm Bionicle Bill.
And I'm Ferno Frank. Welcome to the episode. Today we'll be announcing who moved on into round 1, discussing our favorites, and also speculating about who could be one of the future winners of this thrilling tournament. Are you excited to begin, Bill?
Oh, I'm about as excited as when it was my 17th birthday and I ran around my girlfriend's house in a spandex leotard.
Well, that's great to hear. What the heck did you just say?
Now, of course, the preliminary round was all about scary monsters. Contestants had to build something frightening, ghoulish, or macabre. All kinds of scary monsters. If I entered, well, I'd have built Frank at 4 a.m. on last Tuesday when he hadn't had his afternoon taco.
That's not funny, Bill. We said we were not going to talk about that anymore. Still, this year we had a massive turnout in the competition with over 160 entries into the contest. Wow, that truly is spectacular, isn't it, Bill?
Yeah, it's incredible to see that the Bionicle community is still alive and thriving today, even though construction is no longer a theme that LEGO even produces anymore. Incredible stuff to see, it really is.
Now, of course, when you have so many contestants and so many incredible MOCs,
you can't forget that, well, this is in fact a contest, and some people, of course, will not make it into the next round. 50% of the contestants had been cut from the competition, but it was a necessary evil to keep the contest running smoothly. Isn't that right, Bill? Of course it was, but for all the people who didn't make it into the next round this year, there is a little bit of a side gig where those builders will be tasked to build something related to any or all of the matchups for this year's theme of round 1. There'll be a separate entry thread over on the FLICKR group where you get to post a link to your entries. And then our handsome judges will pick a best overall mock, and those people will receive a small prize and a chance to get back into the ring. In the one-off chance that any of the contestants who have made it into round 1 need to pull out, well then these guys can jump back on into the regular matchups. That is exceedingly exciting stuff.
Very cool to hear. If you want more details on that, again, head on over to the FLICKR group. Everything you need to know is over there.
But now let's take a look at all of the contestants who didn't make it into round 1, and who will still have the awesome opportunity to possibly re-enter the competition with some sweet, sweet prizes involved.
The following people sadly will not be moving on. I will be naming and showing every single mock that entered. If I missed yours, let me know, because I spent like an hour saving all of those pictures. This isn't even me talking, it's Ben talking through this character at a meta level. Anyway, beginning with Xanton, M the Engineer, Follisk, Jumbo Fan, Naki Onomui, I don't know how to pronounce your name, Noah Goodwin, Pasither, Chronogram, Patrak, Smajdor, Viazor, Harley Quinn 4est, Monarth, Grayson, Corentin B, Chuck Nofel, Evan Guthrie, Urabos, Will Kelser, Rafael Santiago, Sendrex, Stratton Millette, AJ Red 17, Meepinator, Lego Metal, Samuel Potter, Peter Sazeli, Dan Cross, Construction Diva, Gresh Glotorian, Just Passing By, Runkbolt 12, Biocore, Farquad, The Lego Role Player, The Igzer, Mason Jones, Pink Paraki, B6384, Underscored Double, Caleb Dizizig, that's 100% the correct pronunciation, Gavin Ines, Tyrone Russell, Disput Toa of Depression, Mike, Rongo Congo, Vector Convoy, Toa Onichu, Taruho, Hakimolt, Curtis McQuarrie, Dark Brick 999, Will Haffer, Yamegan Lego. Is that a pun on you're making? Is that meant to be you're making Lego, but he made it Yamaking Lego? Yamaking Lego! That's so funny. Oh my god. The Notorious V, Electro Dragon.
Sorry, I wanted to do the guitar riff still. It was really funny.
Sean Holloland 2, The Night Howler, Grumpy Chicken 3000, Pickle Rat, Super Shark 1503, Johan Now, Dark Destroyer 59, Evan Guthrie, Jackson Hefner, Snot McCree, Blake Yarling, Renzari, Dark Lord 917, Shockwave, Ivax, Purio Knight, Stefan Demers, Pandrek, Nether Evipuro, Fenrax Sezasley, Aqueb 2005, Met Productions, Isaiah Myromo, Blockmaster 16YT, Simon, Sarah Trotman, Mel Melman Murder, Nitros, Rhonda X Studios 17, Elias Joltala, Silver Ayikli, The Broken Man, and that is everyone.
Well, while you may have not made it into the next round, you at least did get a pretty cool shout out from this guy here in the 2019 coverage of the Bio Cup. Isn't that exciting?
It is indeed, but do we know what's more exciting, Bill?
Well, it's time to talk about the winners of the preliminary round, isn't it, Frank?
Nope, it's time for a commercial break.
That's the opposite of exciting, actually, Frank. That's awful. Why would you think that's fun?
Don't worry, these aren't actually real commercials. They're just funny videos that Ben made. Don't worry, you'll enjoy them.
Oh, do we still get that sweet advertising revenue, though?
Nope, we're still broke.
What the f-
Whoa! We'll be right back after this quick commercial break. Oh, yeah.
Oh, hey, I was just enjoying one of my official Bio Cup sponsored milkshakes. You don't believe me? That's right, it exists. If you're enjoying the Ben Cossy Bio Cup coverage this year, you can enjoy it with an officially sponsored Bio Cup milkshake. They come in 3 fantastic flavors, including Makuta Meltdown, I Can't Believe It's Not Snot, and She-Rock's Chocolate Chip. So, if you're going to be enjoying the Ben Cossy coverage, let's see how it tastes. You know what it tastes like? Victory. Victory in this year's Bio Cup. I'll see you soon.
Cold weather got you down? Feeling the chill? Sounds like you need a coat. Let me introduce you to my good man, Patrick. He's the coat guy.
People are gonna be like, oh, you're just the coat guy.
That's right, Patrick. That's right. We've got all kinds of coats, handcrafted by Patrick Biggs himself. We've got red ones, black ones, naval ones. You name it, we've got it.
Well, that looks good on you, Akimu.
What do you think, Pat?
Got a cool red, jacket, kind of a trench coat, almost vaguely cyberpunk future look about him.
The man knows his stuff. All the coats you could ever need. Right here.
It's one of the most impressive things I've ever seen in my entire life.
So head on down to Patrick's coat shop, because after all, he's
the coat guy.
Beautiful, radiant, stunning, powerful, the great spirit. Maybe he's born with it.
Maybe it's Martin Nui. Hey, you're watching the Bio Cup Roundup. That's my jam.
And welcome back. We hope you enjoyed that ad break. Now, let's talk about the contestants who made it into round 1.
This round will have one main theme that will be divided into smaller sub-themes. From here onward, contestants will be competing against each other in groups of 3. Each group will be assigned a sub-theme. The judges will vote on who has built the best mock of this specific group. And the winner will move on into the next round, and of course the losers will of course drop out.
And what's that theme, you ask? Well, it's
the solar system! Wow, that was really overly dramatic. And each of the sub-themes are Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, Pluto, and Uranus. Really? Laughing at the Uranus joke? Grow up, Bill.
Contestants are invited to build different kinds of alien life that may exist on these assigned planets. A man-made robot, perhaps? Or, build a mech that could be exploring their assigned planet, or even build the Roman god that is associated with that planet that it is, of course, named after. The possibilities really are endless there, Frank.
And of course, if you're still stumped about what the heck to build for this round, Cossy will be releasing a Bionicle Inspiration Series episode on this exact theme, which will give you that little extra boost of inspiration.
The deadline is the 4th of July, Happy America Day, and that is, of course, on 2395 PTD.
So get building, and don't forget to have fun. Again, if you need to see that written or you're just not sure what the heck I just said, everything you need is on the FLICKR group. Now, each contestant was scored during this last preliminary round. So now let's go through each one and see who was the best of the best. Pay attention here, folks. Those that are on the top of this list really are the ones to be looking out for. That is for sure. Whether you're a betting man or someone who wants to study the competition, this is the segment for you. These, of course, will be starting from number 80 and working their way up to number 1. We have Dennis Hedgeses, Shuby, Tact, Christian Johnson, Meep19, Victor, Ildar Zakhtar, Table Scrap Mox, Gringat, Catlike Coast, XCCJ, Daniel Brickson, Brandon Powell, Kordan Rognalski, Tino Paltinian, Mata Turbo, Chubby Bots, Adrim Toa Metal, Toa Taylor, The Green Brick, Marks8418, Silvac, Mr. Squidster, Morlin Empire, Anthropes Michanis, Lois Nuva, Frog, AVAC1827, Grant Davis, Aaron, Blair Archer, Brick Pharaoh, Andrew Lowell, Grala M19, MC Lego Boy, Hans Gisveldet, Griminator, Max, but with 2 X's, cause he's hardcore, Bondi Paharu, Ron Folkers, Space Glove, Cubic, Sid Hisaro, Alex Park, Socket Ball, Corn Builder, Just Torp, Aiden Builds, Vikronen, Thomas, James Zahn, Mittens, Xiao at Hal Cass, Mischief, Yaturi, Jack Frost, Minmek, Toa Apuri, Jonathan Baker, Kevin H, Half-an-X, Triple Number C, Aaron Van Cleef, Cameron Carling, Sparks, otherwise known as Dylan Muse, Arctic Pine, Scat Orange, KK, Slider, Mr. Copper Fail, Primus, Velasa Jackter, and now I'll be naming the top 10. Number 10 is Poor Disadvantaged. Number 9, Eclipse Caller. Number 7, D. Enel. Number 7 again. I don't know why that's been misdone there on the official group. There are 2 number 7s. Oh, they had the same score. That makes sense. In 7th place was Danelle and Jack. Number 6, Torrent Axe. Number 5, Balam Nom Nom. Number 4, VB. Number 3, Red. Number 2, Jafa. And in first place in the preliminary round is Sergei Rakamenov. Now, let's go ahead and see who's facing off who in each of the individual rounds. We'll also start speculating about who we think may end up winning the competition. My money is on Ben Cossy winning. Bill, he's not even in the contest. Oh, well maybe David Beckham will win. He doesn't even build with Lego. He made a Disney castle for his daughter. That's not even a mock! Well, now you're just being pedantic. The first sub-theme is on the moon. Not literally, of course, that's the theme that this round is encompassing. Bill, who are you expecting to win here? Well, Cameron was actually a judge in last year's Bio Cup, so he's certainly one to look out for. Well, this is true, but honestly, everyone in this round has really brought their A-game into the preliminary round, and I think it's fair to say that they will continue to do so. So it's really up into the air as to who will win. Look, that's a good point, but I definitely think that Mr. James Zan and Jack Frost are some people to really look out for in this round, Frank. They've made some very creative entries into the preliminary round. It's very true, but Mr. Wow, that's some stellar pronunciation you got there, buddy. Shut up, Bill. This guy, he has a very unique concept, but I can't help but feel that he'll be bringing something really unique into the next round. It might just be a hunch that I've got, but I'm really looking forward to seeing what else he does here. Such a creative entry and a really unique take on the theme. A very scary mock here. Look, we could talk about everyone in this round for days, but honestly, I think it's a little hard to say who might win in this one. Because honestly, everybody's built some pretty great stuff. But I want to talk about the next sub-theme. Well, this is a good one for sure. I'm considering placing a bet on Mr. Alex Park Designs. He's come in with a stellar entry into this round, and in the last year's Bio Cup, he ended up moving into some of the later rounds of the competition. I want to say he ended up getting to roughly about round 2 or 3 perhaps. It was a very impressive result for Mr. Alex Park's design there. It's very much someone to look out for there, but I'm looking at a bit of a dark horse over here, Frank. Oh, who's that there, Bill? Is it Mr. Brandon Powell, 625? You say what you want, but I got high hopes for this man. Well, if we're talking about dark horses here, let's take a look at Mr. Velocijactor. He came in 11th place in the overall scores in the preliminary round, so maybe he's somebody else to be looking out for there. Not exactly one of the highest scores, but he almost made the top 10, which that alone is extremely impressive. That's an excellent point, but I still think I'll be putting money down on Alex Park Designs here. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing what Hafenex brings to the next round. Definitely somebody who I think we shouldn't forget to mention before we move on to the next sub-theme. Well, let's take a look at that next sub-round, which is on Venus. Some pretty interesting matchups here. I'm very excited to see what comes out of the builders like Red or Daniel Brickson. Each builder normally makes some, they actually make quite a lot of different MOCs throughout the year. They're very capable and very good builders. They churn out MOCs in very short periods of time, even when the cup isn't going on. So I very much think this next round could just be a walk in the park for them. This is true, taking a look at some of the big old powerhouses who have appeared in multiple other BioCups, but we see some newer builders here entering the fray, or at least some people that we haven't seen too much posting in the Bionocle community. People like Thomas, or Just Drop, who've delivered some really stunning and unique MOCs that use pieces in some really great ways. This is true. Always interesting to keep an eye out on some of these newer guys here. Sure, the big guns who've progressed well in past BioCups, well, they're really people to look out for, but you never know if some hidden competition could rise up and take them all down. Yeah, I'm gonna say Thomas might be one of those people. I'm calling it now. Is that so? Well, there you have it, folks. A bold claim coming from Bill here. And on that bold claim, we'll be right back as we discuss this lineup of round 1 right after this quick fake commercial break. See you soon, folks. I'm gonna catch you on the flip side. This is a commercial break. We'll be right back. Yo, Paraka.
Welcome to Primus's Prime Moose Meat. Back when he was just a little boy, Primus himself saw Martha the Moose, and he said,
Oh God, I'm gonna butcher this.
and thus Primus's Prime Moose Meats was born. We offer only the finest quality moose meats, selling at least 1,000 pounds a day.
Yeah, I would say 1,000 is pushing it.
Primus, tell everyone about our patented meat packaging techniques. We use respect, love, and we also,
Use like illegal techniques and stuff like that.
our grand opening sale starts this Thursday at 10 p.m. So be sure to come on down and get some Primus's Prime Moose Meat. We'll be happy to serve, and we'll have lots of meat ready, fresh for you. Isn't that right, Primus?
I don't know how much in the realm of possibility it is.
Come on, dude. I'm just trying to promote your services. At least pretend that you care. You know what? I give up. No, let's just play the outro.
Primus's Prime Moose Meat.
I want to see some food.
Hey, it's me, Ben Cossy, and today we're going to be reviewing this awesome Spider-Man set, 76115 Spider-Mech vs. Venom. But we're going to be doing this a little differently today. We're going to have a fight, a showdown, a 1v1, a grand slam to determine which mech in this set is in fact the better mech. The Venom mech or the Spider-Mech? Which mech will win?
The Mech Showdown!
What's up, dudes? This is my man Mitch Henry. He's got some fully sick stuff to share with you. What you got, dude?
Opened up I've made a Twitter account and been posting.
Oh, what? That's so legit, man. What kind of stuff you've been posting?
You know, just little updates.
Oh, that's tight, dude. Yo, Mitch is my man, you know. He's this, like, philosophical bro, dude. He's always spouting pearls of insight and hitting us with those mad truths. Yo, Mitch, hit us with some mad truths.
Yeah, I mean, just go where the pieces take you, you know?
Ah, dude, that's so deep. You hit me with like emotional, like a spiritual level, man. Yo, check out my man Mitch's Henry on Twitter. He totally legit. It's at CZQ7401546. That's like so many numbers, man. That's tight, dude. But legit, check out my boy. It's a great Twitter.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, bruh, it's so good.
I'm sure you already knew, but this is the Bio Cup Roundup. Let's go back.
Let's jump back on into the next sub-theme, which is Mars. So this is a big one here. We have Torrent Axe and Sergei Rakamonov, the number 6 and number 1 contestants from the previous round, and they are both in this round together. And they're going to be fighting each other in their specific bracket, along with a Kevin H. All three of these people are extremely talented builders. Frank, I think this is going to be one powerhouse of a round here. I honestly think that this might be the fight that I'm looking forward to the most in this year's Bio Cup. No idea who will claim victory here. We're just going to have to wait and see. I'm also looking forward to seeing what builders like Corn Builder and Sid will be bringing to the competition as well. Both are bringing some seriously well-shaped mocks into the last round, so I can't wait to see what they come up with in future. Up next, the next sub-theme is Jupiter. Now, I've actually loved everybody's entries into this round, but I gotta say, I think Eclipse Caller really delivered with this mock in the last round. And this man sure knows his stuff, so I'm gonna be watching his career with great interest, as they say. I'm actually excited by Aaron and a very clever puppet concept that he's made here. Really great, scary-looking mock. You know, I'm sure he really will be bringing something really unique to the Jupiter round here, that's for sure. And we can't forget MC Lego Boy. This man really hit it home, especially with his limited Bionicle parts selection. This man wants this. He's not letting any excuses stop him from claiming the cup. You know what they say? Never mess with a man who has a limited selection of Bionicle parts and is still entering the Bio Cup regardless. Yeah, I'm pretty sure nobody says that. That's not a saying at all, but alright. Heading on into the Satin sub-theme here, a very scary entry in here by Aaron Van Cleve. Can't wait to see what creative creation he comes up with next. I mean, just look at the eyes on this mock. The overall concept, it's utterly terrifying. I am, in fact, peeing my pants as we speak. I can confirm, ladies and gentlemen, that Bill is, in fact, peeing his pants. I wish you'd go to the toilet for this, because it's all over my pants now as well. But I love the mock that Mr. XCCJ has done here on his Lego creation here. I may not know how to pronounce his name, XCCJ or something like that, but man, if we want to talk about one of the scariest mocks of all, well, public speaking, what a creative idea to make a scary monster around public speaking, or one of the greatest fears, which is what the round was all about, wasn't it? And so he really had the guts here to stretch his theme in a fun and funny way. Really clever, really creative mock. I'm sure in future he'll really stretch the round in some interesting ways. Looking forward to seeing how he does. Absolutely, Frank. So many incredible mocks in the preliminary round here. We may well be getting even more in round 1, that is for sure, and I reckon it'll be coming from this builder here. Heading into the next round, it is Uranus. No butt jokes this time, Bill, I swear. I think the only joke right now is Frank, who thinks that butt jokes aren't funny. I mean, come on, they write themselves. Well, look, I'm going to be looking forward to what Mr. VB brings into the next round. This man's creation was recently blogged on the Brothers Brick. Not an easy thing to get. It's a widely considered fact that being blogged on the Brothers Brick means that you are some of the best of the best. Those guys only seem to blog really exceptional mocks. So with that under his belt, he's definitely somebody to be watching out for in the next round. Looking forward to seeing what kind of creative concept he comes up with next, because this one is a clever one. Indeed, I myself am loving what Brick Pharaoh has made here. What an amazing, menacing Minotaur skeleton. Great concept and very well executed. Well, that is in fact an impressive mock, but if we're talking about impressive mocks and impressive mockists who built them, we can't forget a one Chubby Bots. He always seems to impress. I mean, have you seen the stuff that this guy builds? He is exceptional when it comes to making mechs. And you know he's going to be bringing some hardcore competition into this round. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Chubby Bots is coming to your town, and he's probably going to crush the competition and take home the Bio Cup. The second last sub-theme here is Neptune. Well, this is an impressive one, Frank. Look at the builders like Dean Nail and Blair Archer, who have been able to come up with some very clever stuff here. Honestly, I'm very impressed with what they've made. They may be quite impressive there, but I'm going to jump on quickly into the Pluto sub-theme, the last round we'll be discussing today. We have builders like Jaffa, Dylan Meaves, Grant Davis, Gringat, and Poor Disadvantage, just to name a few. Jaffa, you see, he came second in last year's Bio Cup. He is a powerhouse, one to look out for sure. You got Poor Disadvantage. He also has done exceedingly well in past Bio Cups. And then you got Gringat. He's a veteran builder with years of experience under his belt. Sadly, this man had to pull out last year in last year's Bio Cup due to sickness, but you know he's not going to let that kind of thing bring him down in this competition. So now, he's going to come out in full glory and in full force. Definitely someone to look out for. For sure, this is another huge round filled with a lot of incredibly talented people there, Frank. It is indeed. I'm very excited to see what's coming. And that's it for each of the individual rounds there. So, Bill, with all of that over, we're still focusing on round one here. Who do you think has the capability to take home the cup out of everyone that we've covered so far who's in round one? If you were a betting man, who would you be betting money on to win the next round or even win the Bio Cup? Honestly, Bill, I think my money is actually on Jaffa. This man came second in last year's Bio Cup, and this man is always making some exceedingly impressive stuff. I can't wait to see how he progresses in this contest. And I gotta say, I think my money's actually on Grant Davis. He's an extremely talented system builder, also being featured on multiple blogs, including the Brothers Brick, and now he's making some really incredible Bionicle stuff here. Will his knowledge with system be enough to push him into the winning position in this year's Bio Cup? Honestly, I think yes. Well, there you have it, some round discussion on who we think you should be looking out for in round one of the Bio Cup. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Bio Cup Roundup. We'll see you in the conclusion of round one as we'll be back to discuss the winners, losers, and predict who we think will win the next round. We'll see you next time, guys. Happy building. Bye for now.